the paint. Angel kept getting the ball down there off rebounds or passes, and it just seemed like it would get stripped or blocked. What did you see that was preventing her from getting in the flow of the offense today?
I think it was just some of them were just rushed. I mean that was really it. I think it was just rushed. But I mean, Angel knows that we have confidence in her, just like Camilla.
What an embarrassment! What an absolute embarrassment!
What if I told you Coach Tyler Marsh just dropped a truth bomb so big, Angel Reese might need to sit herself down and take a breather from that oversized ego? That's right. The stat padding drama finally got hit with some cold, hard facts. And let's just say, it's not a good look. Angel had one job: stay low-key, play smart, and maybe ease into the WNBA without all the noise, like plenty of others do. But nope, she had to gas herself up and compare her game to someone who actually performs, not someone chasing rebounds like it's a clearance sale on effort. Buckle up, because this halftime speech is about to get scorching.
And any of our guards that, penetrate into the paint and get looks at the rim, like, we have constant belief and confidence in all of our players to be able to make those, and now it's just a matter of doing it.
Coach Tyler Marsh didn't mince words when it came to Angel Reese's showing, if you can even call it that. He stripped away the illusion and called it what it truly was: a showcase in stat padding, cleverly dressed up as hustle. The truth is, Angel had the option to simply play her role, stay under the radar, and gradually earn quiet respect like plenty of others in the league. But she chose a different route, hyping herself up, puffing out her chest, and drawing comparisons to a player operating on a whole different level in both skill and basketball IQ. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks. Instead of letting her game speak for itself, she created a sideshow, clutching empty stats like they were championship rings, all while the scoreboard told a harsher, more honest story.
We want Camilla and Angel to be good at what they do already. We want to continue to highlight their strengths. We also want to continue to improve and figure out ways where they can score easily, or they can still be effective defensively. I think it's important to understand, though, that even though that they're kind of the cornerstones of this franchise, that
now all eyes are on her. Cameras rolling, analysts talking, fans buzzing, even that one dude in the nosebleeds with binoculars locked in. Everyone's waiting to see if Angel Reese can actually back up all that big talk. Spoiler alert, she didn't. And just like that, what could have been a fast break moment in her career turned into a clumsy triple dribble meltdown.
Wow. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it about the Angel Reese game. And after that game yesterday, there's no lying anymore. And honestly, there's no lying. Like, everything that I stand by, I triple stand by every single thing that I've said. If Angel Reese is the first option, your team is going to be...
If silence is golden, then Angel's mouth was a clutch free throw, missed in overtime. She hyped herself up like the next basketball legend, tossed the ball in the air, and talked like she already had a crown on her head, only to slam headfirst into a hard wall of reality. Because when the talk is loud but the highlights are quiet, that's not just a misstep. It's a full-blown career turnover with no open lane and no clean pass in sight.
Who's the best player in the country?
To the media or me? I feel like I'm the best player in the country.
Are you fucking serious? Best player in the country? Bong! Best player in the country? Bong! 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 Best player in the country? Look at this. Bong! Wide open layup. Best player in the country.
Coach Marsh didn't just expose the stat padding, he made it painfully clear. Watching Angel's performance was like watching someone try to cook a 5-star meal with a microwave. Plenty of noise, no finesse, and an end result that had everyone questioning why the kitchen hadn't shut down already. It's like she's playing a solo game, chasing numbers for the highlight reel, forgetting that real basketball isn't about stuffing the stat sheet. It's about winning, earning respect, and not turning prime time into a punchline.
Chicago Sky head coach admits Angel Reese mistake. So, let's see what they done said, man. The Chicago Sky broke a WNBA record for having the worst point discrepancy through 2 games at -60.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, the very player Angel Reese tried so hard to mirror, is playing chess while Angel's still fumbling through checkers. Clark's vision, skill, and next-level court IQ make her a walking highlight reel and an MVP contender. Angel? Her reel looks more like a blooper montage. Missed layups, forced plays, and a whole lot of what was that? Here's the real narrative. Angel's loudmouth lit a spotlight she simply wasn't ready to stand under. Instead of stepping up, she stumbled over her own ego. If she'd just stayed quiet, maybe she'd blend into the background like many do in their rookie season.
But all that bragging? It painted a target on her back. Now, every mistake is magnified. Every miss becomes a headline. And every poor decision, a viral meme.
It's a crash course in humility and a textbook example of how to tank your own career before it even leaves the ground. Because in basketball, like in life, the smartest move is sometimes just shutting up and letting your game speak for itself. Sadly for Angel, her game is still warming up, and that mouth? It's sprinting full speed toward the exit.
So Caitlin Clark last night went off for 27 points and 11 assists, and in her sophomore season, Clark now has the most 25-point, 10-assist games in WNBA history. She has only played in 42 games in her entire WNBA career, and she already has the record for this. But she also has now tied Courtney Vandersloot for the most 20-point, 10-assist games in WNBA history. And guys, if you look at this screenshot here, it's actually kind of wild. So Caitlin Clark has 10 games with 20 points and 10 assists, and she reached that milestone in only 42 games. And as you can see, Courtney Vandersloot, who holds that record, reached it in 400.
People about the Angela Reese versus Caitlin Clark thing. To all the black people out here trying to make it a racial issue, y'all delusional. Angela Reese is garbage. Pure garbage. In terms of a skill set, her versus Caitlin, she's garbage. She plays like a toddler. There's no finesse, no smoothness, no beauty, no poetry, no skill set to her game at all. She's garbage.
Coach Marsh's critique wasn't some offhand remark. It was a full court press, a public wake-up call for anyone who thinks talking big automatically makes you big time.
Angel's stat padding?
It's not just lazy, it's laughable. Even the bench warmers are in on the joke. And for a player who once threatened to walk if the paycheck didn't match her hype, let's be real. The WNBA might get a better return on investment paying her not to talk. Let's dig into this storm, sparked by Coach Tyler Marsh's no-nonsense takedown. Because if you thought the drama ended with missed shots and inflated ego trips, think again. This is just the opening chapter of what's becoming a masterclass in how not to play the pro game. First, let's break down stat padding for those unfamiliar. It's when a player hunts numbers, points, boards, assists, not to win, but to shine on the box score. It's like showing off at a party by bragging about all the free samples you grabbed instead of contributing to the conversation. An Angel? She's that guest, chasing numbers while the team chemistry and actual wins get left behind.
Yeah, it's not going to be often that we have, a ton of nights like this.
And the foul call that preceded the technical foul, it looked like you were arguing with that as well. Did you see it differently, or did you think it was more based on the reaction from New York's bench?
I think I just fight for my players, and I just leave it at that.
Remember when Angel Reese threatened to walk away if she didn't get the paycheck she felt she deserved? Bold move, no doubt. But here's the twist. While she was out hyping her value, her on-court performance wasn't exactly backing up the price tag. It felt less like an investment opportunity and more like someone trying to sell beachfront property in the middle of the desert. All promise, no payoff. That's why her career fast break never really got rolling. It stalled before it even left half-court. Here's the thing. Most players chasing stardom understand the golden rule, let your game speak first. But Angel flipped the script. She let the talk lead and expected her game to catch up. It didn't. And the result? Every selfish play, every blown layup, every padded stat line became fuel for critics, analysts, and even casual fans who suddenly turned into armchair experts. There's something almost poetic about it. The way she refused to pass to wide-open teammates wasn't just a poor basketball decision. It was a perfect symbol for her entire approach. Selfish, short-sighted, and ultimately self-sabotaging. Basketball isn't a one-woman show, no matter how epic your highlight reel dreams are. It's a team sport. And when you're clutching the ball tighter than a family secret, the whole squad pays the price.
Angel Reese is talking about if they don't get what they want, they're going to strike. She had a chance to walk it back. It's a casual setting. She's sitting there chilling with her friend Dejanay. They're just talking. Maybe when this hit the news, there was a chance for Angel to say, okay, well, hang on. This is being misconstrued. But nope.
And let's talk about timing. because Angel Reese's missteps couldn't have come at a worse moment. The WNBA is booming right now. The games are electric, the talent pool is deeper than ever, and the spotlight is finally where it belongs. Players like Caitlin Clark are capturing attention with unselfish play, next-level skill, and pure hustle. She's the kind of athlete who reminds people why they love the game, for the passion, the precision, and those unforgettable moments. Meanwhile, Angel is out here turning every appearance into a blooper reel, missed chances, bad decisions, and a growing highlight tape of self-inflicted damage. What's really striking is how fast the narrative has changed. She went from promising rookie to walking punchline, a cautionary tale of what happens when ego outweighs effort. In a league where every player is grinding for respect, her fall from rising star to headline-making flop has been swift and brutal. But this isn't just about botched layups or empty stat lines. It speaks to something bigger, leadership and professionalism. If you're going to talk a big game, you have to deliver, not with flashy posts or sound bites, but with grit, focus, and results. Angel's bold claims about her greatness weren't just confidence, they were an open invitation for scrutiny. And when the performance doesn't match the hype, people don't just look away. They start questioning your game, your mindset, and your place in the league.
I'm about to tell y'all I haven't heard before, so I doubt you have either. Before the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means is if the WNBA were to continue to grow at the rate it grew from 22 to 23, it would take until 2028 to do what Caitlin Clark did this year.
Coach Tyler Marsh's public critique wasn't just a casual comment, it was a hard reality check, delivered like a fast break dunk. He exposed the empty stats and the huge gap between Angel's self-perception and her actual contribution on the court. This kind of call-out could serve as a serious wake-up call. But if it's ignored, it might just mark the start of a downward spiral. Now, picture the locker room atmosphere when one player is hogging the ball, padding their stats, and sidelining teammates. Basketball depends on chemistry, trust, and unselfish play. And Angel's behavior, as highlighted by the coach, is probably driving her teammates crazy. The quiet whispers in the locker room aren't likely about how amazing Angel is. They're about how much she's making everyone else's job harder.
Then there's the financial side of things.
Angel's demand for a bigger paycheck makes sense on paper. If you truly believe in your talent and value, you want to be paid accordingly. But here's the harsh reality. Money follows performance, not loud claims. If your game isn't delivering and your highlights look more like bloopers, sponsors and teams aren't exactly rushing to open their wallets. In fact, they might be rethinking just how much they want to invest in a player whose highlight reel is full of self-inflicted mistakes instead of clutch moments.
Black and white sports supporters, well, we know the fiasco that is going on with the Chicago Sky last night. They got another drubbing by way of the New York Liberty. Angel Reese had her worst professional basketball game, and I'm not even stretching that out.
To making a difference in the league. The way her fans act like she can be what her delusional fans think she is if she makes layups.
Let's be real. Fans tune in for the excitement, the edge of your seat moments, and jaw-dropping skills. They watch Caitlin Clark because she's electric, a magician with the ball who can nail a three from downtown or thread a pass through the tiniest opening. Angel Reese? People watch her for the did that just happen moments, the kind that make you laugh, shake your head, or maybe cringe a little. It's comedy gold, but basketball? Not so much. There's a bigger lesson here, too. Angel's saga is a perfect storm of misplaced confidence, bad decisions, and missing the point of what really builds a legacy. Legends aren't made by padding stats or talking louder than their play. They are built through clutch moments, selflessness, and lifting the whole team.
Angel's actions say the exact opposite.
And while we're breaking down the drama, let's not forget the power of social media. Angel's loud claims might have gotten her some followers at first, but with every missed shot and every stat-padding highlight, those fans are turning into critics. In today's world, your digital reputation can make or break your career, and right now, Angel's Twitter feed is probably a minefield of memes and sarcastic takes.
This stat is embarrassing. The WNBA did not start playing basketball till Caitlin Clark joined the league. She's got 3 triple-doubles through 41 games. That's the 3rd most all-time. She hasn't even played 50 games yet, and she's already 3rd all-time in triple-doubles. Like, were they not playing before she joined?
Meanwhile, the basketball world is watching, not with respect, but with popcorn in hand, waiting for the next episode in what's become a cautionary tale. It's like a slow-motion car wreck. Painful, embarrassing, but impossible to look away from. The biggest irony? If Angel had just focused on playing solid basketball, passing to wide-open teammates, letting the team's success shine, she'd probably be a fan favorite right now. Instead, she's speeding down a one-way street to what could have been territory, a prime example of how big talk without big results leads straight to disaster. Coach Marsh's harsh words might actually be the wake-up call she needs, if she's willing to listen. Every player hits a rough patch, but not everyone has the humility to own it and make the changes required. The question is, does Angel have what it takes to turn things around, or is she content paddling in circles while the rest of the league sails ahead? At the end of the day, basketball is more than just stats. It's about heart, teamwork, and respect for the game. If Angel wants to stop being the punchline and start being the player people genuinely admire, she's got to ditch the stat padding, zip the big talk, and play like she means it. Because right now, the only thing she's padding is her blooper reel, and nobody's buying a ticket to that show.
Night was further proof as to why people don't watch pretend basketball. Last night was further proof as to why people do not respect the WNBA. And they damn sure don't respect the pretenders who participate in these painfully boring games. I'm not just talking about the offensive performance from Angel Reese last night. Keyword, offensive. That is the only kind of offense that Angel Reese is capable of performing. Offensive offense.
So buckle up, basketball fans. Angel Reese's season is shaping up to be one wild ride. Coach Marsh just blew the whistle loud and clear on her performance. Whether she takes the critique to heart or lets it slide like a missed free throw, one thing's certain. This drama is far from finished. The court is set, the spotlight's on, and trust me, the next act is going to be one heck of a show.